As a child, he painted rainbows over two boys holding hands on a country farm under a pink diamond sky that became a triangle, flipped upside down and worn during the Holocaust. You see, at 6, he knew he was different. And although he wasn't really sure what it was about his rhythm that threw the beat off of his comic song, he still danced. He danced like a crazy man, walking down the street with no headphones. He had his own smooth beat drummer that only played to 1% of the population. But I'm sure more people heard that fat beat than the survey says. Two boys holding hands in a country farm can cause a family feud. And the survey says, number one answer for the Skittles campaign, taste the rainbow. And that's exactly what he did and liked it. Born with a sweet tooth and an eye for boys, he eats ice cream with a fork and never quite understood why I got funny looks at the dinner table. In middle school, after names like faggot burned his ears with bad music, he dropped his watercolors and picked up a football bat, only to be laughed at. In locker rooms, he tasted fists instead of rainbows. Spit out the sweet tooth along with his blood. Through social conditioning, he learned to date girls, and the only color he could see was gray. Never finding the colors that he once drew in construction paper. He dreamed of going back to the days where he was innocent, before he knew where the pink triangle came from, before he knew of Hitler, before he knew that it was not only Jews sent to concentration camps, when diamonds were just diamonds and triangles were just triangles, but he couldn't. And because of this, he dropped his idea for love and fell for security. He boxed up the desires that only seemed right to him and threw them in the back of the closet. Throughout high school, he learned to be just one of the guys. A performance that could have won him an Oscar, going from one girl to the next, playing them like a deck of cards, wearing their names like notches on his belt. Each girl he slept with was one more pulled punch, one less ounce of blood spilled, one less tooth lost. No matter what the cost, he knew he would do whatever it took to keep from smelling the gas, to keep the pink triangle away from his chest, to keep from hearing the word faggot. Those 6 letters felt like nails being ripped from his fingers. He knew that those letters led to cracked ribs, slit throats, and pistol-whipped brains. So he kept running from the box in his closet, trying to live in a world without color. This went on until one day, freshman year of college, while sitting at the kitchen table, eating breakfast and reading the paper, the news of a 21-year-old boy found crucified to a fence, brains left on the bottom of a handgun and left for dead. This article hit him much harder than any punch in the mouth ever could. This article caused him to realize that he was already dead, and that they had already won. Slides a chair from the table. Gets up and walks to the closet, pulls out the box, opens to find his watercolors and some blank construction paper, and starts to paint the same picture he did as a child. Rainbows over 2 boys holding hands on a country farm under a pink diamond sky. Only this time, the boys are wearing the triangles, and there is no Holocaust in sight.